What's up, YouTube? It's Kevin here, the Migraine Guy, bringing you a product review video update. Today's product to update is the Headache Hat. So I've already done a video review about the Headache Hat. You can watch that video there. It's a very positive review. I gave it 5 out of 5 access to the head, which, as you know, is the highest rating anything can get on my rating scale. And so I really like it. I use it pretty frequently. Since I get chronic migraines, I use ice therapy pretty often. It's not the only one that I use, but it's definitely one that I use very regularly. So watch that video if you want some of your basic questions answered. This video is going to be about correcting a couple things that I said that were false in the first video, as well as adding on to some of the information that I said. So let's get started. The first thing that I need to correct is that in the first video I mentioned that the Headache Hat is like other ice-based products in that it's an ice pack inside of itself. Not inside of itself, but inside of the little neoprene sleeve here. And that's not accurate, because the Headache Hat actually doesn't use a normal ice pack inside of it. It uses little 1-inch by 1-inch water pouches. That when put in the freezer long enough, right, turn into ice. You're actually getting real ice therapy from this product. And if you're like me, you've got a couple ice packs in your freezer already, just over the years you've collected them. If you were to go in there right now and touch the ice pack versus touching actual ice, if you're like me, then you notice that the ice is much colder than the ice packs. And so since the Headache Hat uses water, which freezes into ice, that allows you to get much colder, a much colder product on your head, which will help alleviate your migraines, hopefully faster and more effectively. So that is a nice feature about the Headache Hat. The other thing that's nice about these little pouches is that since they're modular, they're 1-inch by 1-inch, when you toss the Headache Hat on, if you don't really have, let's say, headache or migraine pain right here in the front of your head, but it's more on the sides, since they're 1-inch pouches, you can actually push them around to get to where you need. And now when the Headache Hat comes right out of the freezer, it's not the simplest thing to do because it freezes in kind of a square, and so there are these corners that kind of dig in. So you have to give it a little bit so that the corners kind of mush up, turn into water more, and then turn into liquid water more, and then you can slide it around much easier. So the fact that you can do that is a really nice selling point. It allows you to focus the ice where you need it to be and take it off the places where you don't need it to be. So that's really nice. I like that part. That was a welcome thing to be told by the creator of the Headache Hat that you can do. Something else that I need to correct is that the life expectancy for these little water pouches, since it is water, isn't actually as long as maybe some of your other ice pack products out there. So I've got a number of ice packs in the freezer, both for migraine and just ones that I've collected over the years. And those ones, since they don't just use water, tend to last longer than these will. And so what you can expect life expectancy wise with this is about 1 to 2 years if you use the Headache Hat about twice a week. Just the process of putting it in the freezer, then thawing it when you're wearing it, then putting it back in the freezer, just allows the water to escape slowly through the plastic, and eventually it's going to get to the point where there's just not enough water in here to freeze to the point where you're actually going to see the benefit from ice therapy. And so you're probably going to need to go ahead and buy a second Headache Hat maybe after a year or two. And that might seem like a downside to the Headache Hat, but of course, since it's in that $30 to $40 price range, right, you're talking about just a little bit of money each day in order to save up to get another Headache Hat when this one is no longer providing the ice therapy that you need. So it might seem kind of like a downside to the product that you have to get another one every couple years, but at the same time the cost is so low that it probably wouldn't be any sort of significant barrier for people who need ice therapy. And again, if you're using it 1 to 2 times a week, that's 7 to 8 times a month, so you're not really at the chronic migraine level. So maybe if you're only using it once a month, you're going to see a 3 to 4, maybe 5-year life expectancy from this thing. So depending on your use conditions, that will certainly determine whether or not you want to get the Headache Hat. But if you do get them pretty chronically like I do and you need more than one, well, the Headache Cat actually offers discounts when you purchase more than one, or if you purchase one with some of their accessory kits. So in the video description below, I'm going to go ahead and put links to some of the different configuration options that you can use in order to get discounts for the Headache Hat if you're going to buy multiples, or if you're going to get the Headache Hat with some of their accessory products. So the lady who started the Headache Hat isn't trying to make millions of dollars off this. She wants the product to be accessible and helpful for migraine sufferers, and so she's not doing this in any sort of like get rich scheme. She's just trying to provide a unique product. It's modular. It gets very, very cold, and the downside to it getting very cold, since it uses water, is that the water is going to escape. So it's one of those catch-22s where if she used a more traditional ice pack, it wouldn't get as cold but might last longer. But it's if you really like the cold like I do, it's not that big of a barrier for you. So check the video description for all the links. I've talked about it being water-based, its life expectancy, and its modularity. So the Headache Hat still is getting a very, very positive review from the Migraine guy. I still really like it. I don't only use it. I use it with a number of other ice-based products just because I need variety for the kinds of migraines that I get. But I still highly recommend the Headache Hat. It's a great product. Make sure you go out and at least check it out. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button if you like the video. Hitting the thumbs up button ups this video's ranking in YouTube so that more people get exposed to the video. So if you think that this is the kind of video other headache and migraine sufferers should see, hit that thumbs up button. Also, leave a comment below in the comments section if you've used the Headache Hat, have found it very helpful, what other ice therapy products you really like using, and of course, hit the subscribe button if you want to be alerted to new videos when I launch them. I'm going to be launching a new website soon, and so in order to help create some buzz, I'm going to be offering some product giveaways, and if you want to be alerted about those giveaways, you need to hit that subscribe button. So that's the end of the video. Take it easy, YouTube.